Megan Hicks of I Run Far, and I'm at the finish line of the 2016 Western States 100. I'm with Jesse Haynes, who finished in the revered M10 position.
Just got in.
You squeaked in!
I did.
Yeah.
By the hair of my chinny chin chin.
So, I want to rewind to before this race. You've been at this race several times. You've finished in the top 10 of this race several times. But
yes,
the race is changing as the years
man.
go on. And it's not just a couple dudes who can finish M9, M10, 5 or 6, 7, 8 at this point.
A couple dudes?
Yeah. Who could?
There's a group of 10 to 15 guys that could finish in the top 10.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. But I guess dudes who I think of as late race workers who move up and who sort of, you know, play it cool in the beginning, watch the shenanigans, and then just roll right in the second half of the race.
You gotta, from what I found out in this race at least, is you gotta, at least for me, I gotta hold back throughout most of the race and just go consistent. You gotta play with the heat, you play with nutrition, and then just let, like you said, the shenanigans happen out front. Because there's guys that they're chasing course records, they're chasing top 10, and I really don't chase either of those. Obviously, in the back of my mind, it'd be great to get the Masters record, and it'd be great to get in the top 10. But at the end of the day, when it all plays out, get into the top 10, but I'm not thinking about that at all.
This is a race that gets faster as the year goes on, and guys are playing like way ahead of the course record most years. So for 20 miles, 30 miles, 40 miles, there's a lot of guys in front of a person like you.
Oh, for sure.
You know, you're not even close to top 10.
No, I'm in the 20s.
Yeah.
Close to the backpack of the 20s.
How do you, I mean, there's the sort of the tangible, there's these many dudes in front of me, but then there's sort of like the intangible ego that lives inside. How do you literally let like a village of men go off in front of you?
Well, honestly, the first year that I did it, I was with Carl Meltzer for the first 16 to 40 miles, and I figured he's got a pretty good track record, right? So I think I'm just gonna stick with Carl for a while.
Yeah.
Even though in my mind I was like, I can't believe I'm with Carl Meltzer. But so I learned early on just to hold back, and he even said it. He's like, we're in perfect position. We're in the 20s. 5 to 8 guys are gonna drop.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep moving up, and it happened. It worked out just like that. And then the second year that I was in the top 10, I was with Jez Bragg for that period of time as well, and I figured if he's
here too,
if he's here right now, this is a great pace.
Right.
I hope I can hold it.
Yeah.
So, and that worked out well too.
Talk about yesterday. Who were some of the dudes that you were running with?
Actually, yesterday I was alone
the whole time.
The whole time. I mean, I came up on guys.
Yeah.
And I came up on and passed guys. The only guy that I switched spots with many times yesterday was Kyle, and his last name escapes me.
Paitari?
Yeah.
Kyle Paitari?
He was like, I think he was 8th.
Yeah, yeah.
So we switched spots constantly from Forest Hill on. And he had great downhill speed. I had no downhill speed. But he was suffering on the uphills, so I had good uphills. So that's why we played back and forth. I think it was responsible for a little bit of trail dust. But yeah, everything worked out good. We got to the river and came up on a group. I came up on like 3 or 4 people, and it always seems that it happens that way. I could get to the river, and all of a sudden there's
Carnage
3 to 4 guys. So in my mind, I'm always like, let me just get to the river and see what happens.
See who's there.
Yeah.
So was there a point in the race where you knew you passed into the top 10, or maybe you were hovering around there? You never
As a matter of fact, I was told as I was going up to Green Gate that I'm in 14th, but there's 4 guys ahead of me that look like shit.
Oh, that look bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, there's a really good chance that you're going to get into the top 10. And yeah, it's great to think that, but I still wasn't thinking it.
Yeah.
Because it's so hot out there still at that time that I just still wanted to maintain. just maintain my pace and see what happens. And I got up to the aid station, and I was told I was 12th. Chris Danucci just left, so that's place 11. Yeah.
Okay.
That's place 11. No, I was 13th. Bob Shebest wasn't looking good, and Chris had just left. So I figured there's 13, 12, 11, and I heard Sage was in bad ways. So I was like, possibly I could play with this.
Yeah.
But he still didn't. I really had my doubts running the whole last 20 miles.
Well, at the highway crossing at mile 93 and No Hands Bridge at mile 97, it was basically 6 through 10, 6 through 11 guys within
close.
just like a couple minutes.
I just didn't have any speed. I just knew I wasn't going to be catching the guys up front, even if they were only 2 minutes ahead. My legs were so trashed. This is the hardest. This is the toughest Western States that I've run for myself personally. It was, my legs were just hammered, and it wasn't even my fastest time. So it's kind of interesting why it happened. I don't know. And I took it easy. So
unpredictable.
Yeah, totally.
You now have multiple finishes in the top 10. Is it 3?
It's 3 finishes in the top 10.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Does a guy like you say something like, you know, I'm having a good run. I've had a good run at Western States. Or when you cross the finish line as M10, are you automatically thinking, ooh, there's next year, and try to be better and try to feel better?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
So we'll see you next year then.
You'll see me next year.
See
Yesterday I was not saying that.
No?
No.
Today's a
Yesterday
little
I was like, I don't think I ever want to come back here. It's just such a tough race. Ask anybody. It's a tough race. It's a runnable race, but it's tough. And yeah, yesterday I was saying I don't think I want to come back, but there's still a goal that I have, and I haven't met it yet.
What's that?
I don't really want to put it out there because I don't like doing that.
Okay. Well played yesterday.
Thank you.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
M10.
Thank you.
Mystery goal.
The mystery, for sure.
Mystery goal.